Two major weather headlines developing this evening. The third storm about to hit the east this weekend. The forecast on that in a moment. But first in the west, where families have been warned to start conserving their water in this historic drought. Look at this, a real mess. But this is the one part of the country where they're actually welcoming it tonight, hoping it brings relief. Still didn't make it any easier to drive in at all. And ABC's Clayton Sandell tonight with the pictures.
Tonight, extreme weather is pounding the west. In Portland, Oregon, whiteouts on the runway and havoc on the highways.
I think I'm in a lane right now.
You think you're in a lane?
I think I am.
It's pouring in Sacramento, California.
Yeah, they look great. We need more of them, though.
A welcome sight to rancher Don DeBernardi. 90% of the state is in severe drought. Take a look at this California reservoir, normally and now. Here's another before and today. California's agriculture industry says water restrictions are threatening $11 billion in revenue, 40% of agriculture jobs, and 500,000 acres of farmland too parched to grow any crops. All of that could soon drive up food prices at your local supermarket. The storms will drop as much as 4 feet of snow, up to 5 inches of rain. The National Weather Service says that as a comparison, you'd have to fill up this entire bucket in order to make up Northern California's rainfall shortage. But this storm is only bringing about this much rain. Portland! The storms will bring a little fun, but when it comes to quenching the drought, it's still just a drop in the bucket. Clayton Sandell, ABC News, Denver.
Clayton Sandell tonight. Clayton, our thanks to you. And now to yet the third system moving into the Northeast, set to hit this weekend. This after that state of emergency already in Pennsylvania at its peak. Hundreds of thousands of families in the dark and cold. Crews working on miles and miles of down power lines today. Philadelphia turning every night through this to meteorologist Cecily Tynan. And we turn to her tonight as well in the Weather Center at WPVI. And Cecily, first of all, bring us up to date on all these families in the dark.
And David, as of last report, 270,000 customers are without electricity. Now that's down from the peak on Wednesday of 715,000. But we're talking about more than 250,000 families entering their third cold night without electricity. David?
Their third night without it. In the meantime, talk about this next system, a third storm in just this week.
That's right. But the good news is we're not looking at a monster snowstorm. The setup, we've got one low pressure across the Gulf Coast, another one across the Midwest. If these two merge, it would become a big northeast snowstorm. However, they'll both work to the east. What this means, we're talking about light snow from the mid-Atlantic to the northeast, about a coating to 3 inches. But, you know, for a lot of people here, even light snow is too much. So, David, the countdown is on. 41 days until spring.